Okay, welcome to podcast number 1 on just our media consumption. Title being essentially a couple.
Cute. Love it.
We will be talking about the things we've been consuming this week for hopefully 30 minutes. I'll attempt to time us. We'll see if I'll be able to do it successfully. I don't know how long we can talk about each thing.
How many things do we have?
We have 3 things to talk about. 3 things that we've seen together. But if at the end you want to talk about things you've either been, consuming on your own, I'll allow it.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice of you.
I only typed up things that we've seen together.
It's fine.
And I'm gonna put it at 6 minutes per topic, so we can kind of continue, kind of go on as we talk. Now just to try not to talk too long about it. I don't know how long we'll be able. I don't know how we'll go. All right, so let's get on. Let's get on.
That's 18 minutes.
That is 18 minutes. But again, at the end, plus this introduction, should sum up to something.
Okay.
Would you like to introduce yourself before we start?
I don't really have an introduction.
You don't want to shout out for your amazing TikTok channel?
No. Actually
Valley, and I'm basically Nick on YouTube, and To Northwest Passage on Twitter.
And soon TikTok.
Yeah. Let's see about that. I promise nothing.
You promise.
I promise absolutely nothing.
I already promised.
Okay. So, should I make the counter earlier? Should we debate a little this, during the podcast itself, or... Because I'm down to try 10 minutes per topic.
I mean... either way.
I'll put it at 8 minutes. I'll give us an extra 2 minutes, okay? So, hopefully that will make it, I don't know, a little longer. Okay. First order of business, we watched Hamon.
It's the first one, oh my gosh.
It's the first one.
A true masterpiece.
I loved it. I really enjoyed it. Hamon being, it came out in 1992.
Ooh.
And it stars our boy, what's his name?
Oh my gosh, we can never remember his name.
I cannot. It stars Penelope Cruz and Javier Bardem. And Jordi Mola. How could we forget our boy Jordi, who gets cocked nonstop?
Aw, poor Jordi.
It is directed by Bigas Luna.
Oh.
Wow, what did you think? It actually came out in January 1st of 1991. I was mistaken.
Oh.
And it says USA, so it probably came out earlier in Spain.
Oh. Starting out the new year with a nice porn movie.
I think that's Val's biggest gripe with it. It's
literally just a porn. It's just a movie, but it's actually not a movie. It's a trick. It's just a porn. And it's a weird porn too, because it's just moms fucking kids. That's my thought.
It was a little graphic. It was a little graphic with its more sexual sequences. I think my biggest problem with those were their length.
They're all so long.
They really they don't show you everything, but they really might as well, because crikey, they just go at it. They just go at it, and these things take up to 6 minutes of just some dude's mom rubbing Javier Bardem's tight jeans as he shoves garlic in her mouth.
It's so gross.
What was up with the garlic? What were your thoughts on the garlic?
It was really never explained. You can't even explain it away with the ham shit, because, are hams cooked with a ton of garlic?
I feel like there is more to the garlic. I feel like just that movie really enjoyed its imagery. It was all about all about what was being shown. There was a lot of bulls because of the amount of cocking that was happening. And as I explained to you while we were watching it, that's kind of like a thing in Spanish to give the horns of the bull to someone is to cock them, to cheat on them.
Which I guess is a good metaphor, if you knew that.
Yeah, I have a feeling that the garlic is something similar. I don't know what it is, though. It really is kind of random. It's
weird.
I particularly enjoyed the part where Javier Bardem shoves an entire garlic clove up a pig's butt.
Oh no! He shoves garlic cloves into lots of things, but
He does! He really does. He really shoves garlic cloves left and right.
I wish he wouldn't, personally. And that was so... he didn't need to. He really didn't need to. He could have just, like, opened the gate.
I really would like to know what it means. Again, because there is... I mean, that's how they introduce Javier Bardem's character.
Yeah.
With
a bang.
Yeah, they just show this, like, ham store, and he's just vibing. You know, he's just sitting outside, cutting up some garlic, chomping it, scratching his, you know...
Well, before that, he was the underwear for a second.
You're right, I'm mistaken. They don't introduce him with the garlic eating. They introduce him
with his dick.
Yeah, they really just show us a close-up of his junk.
Then he says he works in a ham store.
Yeah. He works selling hams. He transports the hams. It's very strange. Very strange. I love his character though. Like, I love this part where he's gambling. He's playing that slot machine, and he just keeps like losing. And then whenever Penelope Cruz arrives, he wins, and the dude wins all over the place. You know, like he got a girlfriend. He fucked this other dude's mom. He got a motorcycle for it.
True, that's right. I also like the slot machine because the guy who keeps getting cucked has a tiny slot machine that he always plays.
You're right. And his slot machine is like far smaller. That is correct.
And he never wins that tiny thing. It's his.
Do they even ever show him doing it? I don't remember.
Very sadly, when he's talking to his mom, he like pulls it and then just like looks dead inside.
His luck is not great. Poor dude.
Non-existent. Not there.
The guy. I feel bad for him.
Yeah. He really is the tragic figure and all of that, I guess.
Yeah, played by Jordi Mola, plays the saddest man alive.
To be fair, he does also suck.
He does suck. Which leads me to one of my conversation points, which is what happened with the parrot sex scene?
Dude, I don't fucking know. I don't know why there was a parrot. I don't know why that needed to be a part of it.
What? I'm sure there's more symbolism, you know, just like the entire movie is all about symbolism, but what happened there? What did we experience when Jordi goes to Penelope Cruz's mom's bar to ask her for sex, and she obliges, but then like she just keeps like screaming with this parrot, like.
Yeah, I have to assume it's a Spanish metaphor that I don't know about, because if it's not, then that was just so weird. I don't understand. I guess like in the end, he does let the parrot go, but I don't know what that means.
He does at the end. He's like screaming at the parrot. And he like tosses it outside of like, not tosses it, he just like, he
like lets it go.
He carries it outside of that bar. Very confusing stuff. I really do wish I knew what that was all about too. I do feel like there's something there.
I think it was just to add another like specific kink to this porn film. Really.
Man, kinks. I love my parrots.
Love my parrot kinks.
As soon as I go into porno every time, I just look up parrot screaming.
Same. What else is there?
Another thing I have to talk about this is what happened to the dad, Penelope Cruz's dad, who appears at the beginning of the movie. He kills a chicken with a stick and then leaves. What was that going for?
That's right. Why did he kill the chicken? I mean, that's probably just like lazy backstory to be like they had a deadbeat dad and he's not around and he's bad boy.
They showed so little of it. I feel like they could have gone away with just saying, oh yeah, our dad left. He used to beat mom.
Yeah, but isn't him visibly killing the chicken really worth it?
He needed
it.
I don't think so. I don't really think we needed the dad figure. The very random character. He kind of looked like Javier Bardem too, and I thought that was whenever he showed up because they introduced him before we see Javier Bardem. I thought that was him, but no, it's not. And maybe that's the thing. Maybe he's just supposed to look like Javier Bardem. Oh, and we're done with Hamon.
Oh, one more thing though. I thought it was funny how they basically started the movie with her dad being like a bad guy, and then in the end, she like low-key high-key ends up with her like ex-boyfriend's dad. I don't know if that's like a daddy issue type thing, but that's there.
Maybe, yeah. She does start the movie by like losing her dad and ends it with Cuck's boy's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. An interesting observation.
Thank you.
Alright, next topic is Paprika.
Oh yeah.
Paprika, which let me look up. I should have those things ready.
I really liked Paprika though. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would.
It's a good movie. I watched that one 2 years ago with May for the first time, and I was also shocked. She kept telling me because we had just finished watching Twin Peaks: The Return in VR.
Oh, in VR.
And she just kept saying, "Oh, you gotta watch this movie. You gotta see this movie." It came out in 2006.
Oh, that's older than I thought it was too.
Yeah, I also was shocked to learn that whenever I first watched it, but. It's a good movie. I'm not a big fan of Japanese animation for the most part, but I really like Paprika. That's the reason I've kept it there for so long too. Do you have any thoughts about it?
I mean, really just, I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. I'd heard about it a lot from you guys and other people, so I knew it must have been at least somewhat good, but I thought it was going to be more anime type good rather than just general good. But I think it was just like a generally good movie, even aside from it being anime art style, I guess. I liked it a lot. It was very pretty.
Yeah, I think that's part of its strongest qualities is that even though it takes place in Japan and it definitely is an anime, it is also like its themes are very Western. It talks a lot about film. I mean, they have like the weirdest references to like 007 and Tarzan for some reason near the beginning.
That's true, actually.
There's a handful of other things that they toss in there, but it is also its plot. I feel like its narrative. It's a thriller, even though it's a very it's a very bright, heart-filled movie. It's kind of a thriller, but it's kind of made up to be like a Western movie. I think
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it. I didn't even think about that.
I really enjoyed the supporting cast as well, like all of them. It's all very, very fun. I like the tiny scientist. I like the big, chunky scientist.
Pretty much all the characters are actually kind of good.
What did you think about Paprika being just like the I don't know if I want to say imaginary friend, but like the psychic presence of another character? Did you like? What did you think when like that was first shown?
I liked it a lot. I think it's very cool because they don't explain it for pretty much the whole movie. And even in the end, they don't like fully explain it, really. But I think that's kind of cool. I almost wish that they did a little bit more with that, just because in the end, it's kind of confusing as to whether or not the Paprika character was like part of the main character or if it was more separate. And at first I thought it was gonna be just like it is a big part of the main character that she hides or something, but in the end it just seems like they're separate now. So I don't know what to do with that.
I really enjoy. I think it's among my favorite parts of the movie when the dream world is pouring out into the real world, and I forget their names, but the lady scientist who is Paprika is talking to Paprika in real life, and she's asking her why she won't do what she asked of her, like if she doesn't understand that she's a part of her, and then Paprika retorts with, "Have you ever thought maybe you're a part of me?" I think that's pretty trippy. I really like that part.
That's really cool.
I really enjoyed that exchange.
I also find it funny that while we both remember Paprika's name, neither of us remember the main girl's name at all.
We did watch them. We did watch the movie in 2 sittings, to be fair. So
True, but still.
Oh,
I feel like her name is something that should have stayed, and it did not.
I feel like anytime that I have to watch a movie with subtitles, I will not remember the characters' names.
I guess that's fair.
That's just me, though. I have dyslexia, and there's a big chance I'm not even reading it right. But
I really like the cop character, surprisingly.
Me too. And when I first watched it, I didn't think I was gonna like him at all.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, first impressions he gave me were very weak, and then his plot also felt so disconnected from the main thing, which it is. It's a kind of like its own thing, but at the same time, I really, really, really enjoyed his plot. I think that his narrative arc is the heart of the movie.
Yeah, it really is. Like, a little bit weirdly, because the main girl's low-key hikey isn't.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with the cops was really good. So
It's so to a fault, in fact, because I think that the narrative arc between the scientist lady and the chunky scientist was very undercooked. Like, I didn't really like, whenever at the end when they're hugging and they like each other, it felt kind of out of nowhere for me both times I've watched this movie.
I think it was pretty unearned. They needed more time together. Like,
yeah, but in the other hand, that sequence near the end with the cop when he saves Paprika and he's like going back through the first stream that we were in, but now he like knows what's happening and he's like fighting like his fears, and then he's able to finish the last scene of his movie. Man, it's so good. It's fantastic. It's such a great sequence.
It's so good. I like how they set that up. That was really well done.
Yeah, it makes me wish that this was more of a show and every episode would be like Paprika trying to help someone deal with their psychology.
Yeah, it could be like a new arc every episode.
Yeah.
I'd be so down.
I feel like the premise serves well for something more episodic.
Yeah, honestly. I guess that really is true because the cops was better than the main girls. So if the main girl just helped other people, that would make it 10 out of 10.
I want us to talk a little bit about the score of that movie.
Oh.
It's so good. Whenever Paprika shows up and like they like, I don't even know what to call that, honestly. It's like super pop sounds.
Yeah, you're right.
I love it. It reminds me a lot of like old, like 2005 Sonic games almost. Specifically Sonic Racers. I don't know why it gives me that sort of vibe. Or like this like super clean futuristic aesthetic. I just really enjoy it. Anytime that they play that theme, I get giddy a little.
That's cute. It was so well done that I didn't even recognize it. I think I just like think of Paprika and I just think of her as the music, and I didn't even think of them separately. So very, very good. Very good music. A very nice score.
I do. I wonder who made the score. I'll look that up later. I don't feel like pausing just to look this up.
That's fair.
The animation quality is also like the visuals. Oh, there it is. It's Paprika's over, but just the visuals are fantastic. It really, they feel otherworldly, and it's just a good time. That movie is just a good time in general.
It's very cool. I like all the colors and stretching. I think it looks really neat.
Yeah, me too. Very colorful movie. All right, so last but not least, we have Succession. Which let me before I start the timer, let me look up their wiki page.
Who is that?
Uh,
I will say, after Succession, I demand I speak of Dynasty.
okay, again, like if you want to talk about more things afterwards, you're more than welcome to. I'm just getting. Here, I'll start the timer right now, but I just want to know when it started. Honestly, there's 3 seasons of it right now. 2018. Original release was 2018.
Yeah, it's not super old.
Yeah. No, it's. I really have it. We've only seen the first 4 episodes. Full disclosure, this is not an entire show review, but I guess it's more of like a first impression sort of discussion, and I really enjoy it. I really like this show so far. Let me look up some of the cast because there's the one guy that was in Scott Pilgrim. I just love him. That's That's why I wanted to start watching it. It's because I always really like this guy, and I never see him in anything.
I know, because he plays that very specific character really well, and most things don't have that very specific character.
Kieran Culkin, who plays Roman Roy. Great dude. Like, I love him. I wish he was in more things. Yeah. He plays a total douchebag on this, though.
Yeah. But I mean, everybody does, to be fair. They all suck.
This is true. But him, I guess, I don't know any, like, aside from maybe the dad, I've seen a few movies where the big guy himself, what's his name? Brian Cox is. Yeah. But I can't, other than Scott Pilgrim, I can't think of anything with Kieran Culkin in it.
Me neither. I think that's the only thing I've seen him in.
And I think that he really played the part of Wallace in that movie so well.
He did.
I think that he was one of the highlights of that movie. And I always wanted to see him in more things. So I'm glad he's in the show, and I'm glad the show's doing good.
Yeah. I do like the show. I think, personally, every episode is a little bit too long, but I think that's more of a me thing, not a show problem.
I do think the show has a little bit of a pacing problem, but I think maybe perhaps it's setting things up right now.
Yeah, that could be it. We're at the beginning.
It also feels long because everybody's so incredibly unlikable.
Yeah. Like, I don't want any of them to do well. I don't know what I want to happen at all.
Neither do I. I think that's honestly the brilliant part of the show is that all these characters are so fun to just hate. I hate him. I hate him so much. I hope the worst happens to them. Their misery is my joy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that things are bad. I hope more bad things happen to the daughter, because she's been making me so mad, and I feel like she really hasn't had anything bad happen yet.
They all play the part so well. You just talked about the daughter, who's played by Sarah Snooks. She makes it so incredibly easy to hate her. It's wonderful.
And she does it really well. Like, I've definitely met that person in real life. Like, she's really good.
You were talking that you don't like their outfits. I like the way they dress. You know, I think maybe it's more grounded in reality than you would like.
Well, yeah. It's not even that I don't like their outfits. It's just I expect more. Because their whole thing is how insanely rich they all are. Like, I'm just expecting some, like, something pretty. I want to see some nice looking outfits if you're going to give me all this bad things with all these bad people who just happen to be super wealthy. Like, at least spend your money on pretty clothes, please.
I will say I was a little bit disappointed with the fashion showcased at the charity gala in the last episode we watched.
You're right, yeah.
I was expecting to see some more eccentric costumes.
Yeah.
You know, some more eccentric wardrobe in that episode. But outside from that part, I thought it's been pretty cool. I mean, it helps ground these people more in reality.
It is probably more realistic, to be fair, and that's probably what they're going for. But just when you have a show that's very long with people I don't like I need something, and I like when they just really amp it up with the wardrobe.
I would really like to know exactly what parts of the show are based on reality. I'm sure that they've taken a lot from real people. It reminds me kind of like, I remember when Silicon Valley was coming out, the showrunners came out and said, yeah, we went around Silicon Valley and they like asked around for the wackiest stories they got. What they put in the show was apparently not even the wackiest things they'd heard.
Wow.
Yeah, so this show, I'm sure that something similar is happening in this show where they've been going around Wall Street and the like, trying to ask for some of the wackiest shenanigans that people have experienced there.
It does seem like this stuff could definitely be happening in reality, so that really makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, anytime that they talk about the stock market and the volatility of their own stock, it makes me so happy. Like, we always, like Netflix today dipped so hard, and I just imagine everybody at Netflix headquarters just freaking the hell out right now. Just going crazy.
Aww.
Makes you wonder a lot of things.
I'm not super invested yet, but hopefully it'll get better.
I'm invested exclusively because my guy, Kieran Culkin, is there.
Of course. I mean, he's a pretty big highlight. I'll give it to him. He's very good.
I hope that the shenanigans that he gets up to get crazier. I hope that his part in the show gets bigger.
Yeah. I think it might, actually.
Which one of the Roy siblings do you dislike the most?
Ooh, that's hard, dude. Oh my gosh. Maybe the oldest one, because I don't like how, I was gonna say non-confrontational, but that's not even true. He's just so bland, but also so, like, off. Something's wrong with him in such a profound way, and I dislike him so much, because at least all the other three are pretty upfront about how shitty they are, and I feel like that one kind of does the most pretending like he's not as shitty when he is.
Yeah, siblings that have had similar upbringing, they all seem to have very similar problems. However, he in particular, we're speaking of Connor Roy, played by Alan Ruck.
Yeah, I did not remember his name.
Yeah, neither do I. I just have the casting pulled up on my phone. I don't remember any of their names. Because I hate them all so much.
I only remember the girl's name is Shiv.
Shiv, yeah,
That's
because we know someone named Shiv. But Connor Roy is just so incredibly insecure. Like, at the gala, whenever his dad, like, compliments his dinner, he just, like, he quotes a book or something. Like, shut up, dude.
Yeah. Ugh, like, so pretentious.
Yeah. He's just so concerned with his self-image more than anyone else.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
He wants to impress the world. He wants the world to know how a cultured man he really is.
So cultured. Is he your least favorite?
I don't know if I have a least favorite yet. Maybe him. I think that perhaps as of right now, he is. But they just haven't showed enough of him to make me dislike him. I will say I did like his birthday gift to his dad. The bread, the dough.
Oh, that's right. The bread starter. You know, I mean, for a guy who has everything, might as well. That was creative.
I know. That's what I thought as well. You know, at first I thought whenever that episode, you know, when we were first watching it, I thought maybe this guy wasn't that related to all of these people, but no, he's deep in the chicken coop. I thought he was hilarious. I don't know. I don't know. He could have easily. It's not like they don't have money to buy whatever.
Yeah, he could have done like what the other guy did, just bought a watch, you know, like a random one.
Yeah, it seemed like a genuine gesture. I really enjoyed that. But
it was sweet, honestly. I like that.
Our Succession talk time has come to an end. Do you want to talk about your Succession like CW show?
I've also not really watched a lot of it. I think I've only watched not even 3 episodes, maybe 4. But Dynasty, the new version, I think like 2017 or something, is Succession, but with fun outfits and like wacky scenarios. And I like it a lot more than I thought I would. I think it's really fun. I think the story's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Just because I know that it was a show in the 80s that got rebooted to the newer version. So I don't know if the 80s one had a solid storyline that they're going off of or something. But as of right now, the twists and turns do be coming. I'm very interested in Crystal. That specifically was, I know I keep talking about Jade West being the one I wanted to see, but honestly, the Crystal character is the reason I'm watching it, because I've seen her everywhere. I don't know why, and I know I'm only gonna watch the show until, spoiler alert, this Crystal dies. I think in the second season, she dies, and then she's replaced. It's so dumb. I already know this story.
I was about to say, you already know all the spoilers and you're still going through this?
Because I want to see exactly how it happens. I like her as a character for what I've seen, but she dies. She's killed off, and they replace her with someone with her exact name who fills her exact position in the story. It's very strange. I do not want to watch that part. I know it happens. I'm not gonna watch it ever. But I want to see what happens before that, because that's just such a weird choice. And they've been doing that for years. I don't know why. But for now, I like it. I like the Crystal character. I like, I think Elizabeth Gillies is her name. I like her a lot. The girls are the reason I'm watching. I really like the outfits. Again, they do the outfits. That's what I was missing in Succession. And Dynasty has the outfits. So I'm liking it.
Enjoy your CW show. Honestly, as soon as you said that it was a CW show, you sold me out of it.
It wasn't originally, though, you know? And I think
the original one, you mean from the 80s?
Yeah, I do mean from the 80s.
Is this a reboot, or is this a continuation of the 80s one?
I am not 100% sure. I think it's sort of a reboot. I'm pretty positive. But, like, with changes-ish. I never saw the original.
Well, I enjoy Succession because it's so grounded in reality. It feels like it's trying to fill the gaps in my head as to how this type of people act. You know, how they behave in their day-to-day basis. You know, what happens when an individual no longer sees money as money.
And I like Dynasty because the clothes are pretty and the twists are wacky.
Well, you knock yourself out, I guess. I've been playing a lot of God of War on my spare time, the PC version. And that's fun. I don't remember most of that game. It kind of wilds me up how very little of that game I remember.
It's pretty whack that you don't remember it from the first time.
Yeah, no, I mean, I played that in 2018 when it first came out, and I was still in college, so you know I was not sober.
Yeah.
So man, I remember so little, especially of the narrative bits. I mean, and I don't really think that game is... I really think that game is a fantastic game first, and a good story second. But even then, I was shocked to see how little I remember of the actual narrative. I thought... I don't know how much of it you remember.
Honestly, not a lot. Same thing.
At some point, do you remember Mimir? The head that talks.
The head! Yeah, they carry it around.
In my memory, you got Mimir so early in the game. Really? And it took me like 6 hours to get to Mimir.
Oh. I do remember it taking a while to get Mimir. Actually. So,
I was pretty shocked. I was pretty shocked at how little I remembered. I'm still disappointed we don't meet, or we don't even see, they just speak of Odin and Thor as like people that exist. I wish we saw more of them or something.
Yeah, that would be one of my critiques too. I want to see more of them.
Thor's gonna be in the next game. I'm pretty excited for that.
Ooh, that's interesting. I like that. I hope they show more.
I'm excited to see another interpretation of Thor because I'm not very keen on Nordic mythology. I don't know a lot about it. The only interpretation of Thor that I've ever been acquainted with is Marvel's Thor.
Yeah, pretty much me too.
But I do vaguely know that Thor is supposed to be more of a, just like most mythological creatures, far much more of a bastard.
Yeah. Ooh, maybe they'll make him a bad boy?
Well, from what they tell us in the first game, he's kind of a dick.
I believe it, for sure.
So I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see another take on Thor.
That'll be really cool.
But anything else? Anything else we've been consuming here?
Not really, honestly.
You've been reading Dune. Give me your first impressions on Dune.
I have not read a lot of Dune. It's rough. It's rough. I think it's extra rough because the writing is such a drag, and I already know the story, so it's not even like, oh, what's gonna happen? Like, I know what's happening, and it's just so hard to get through to the part where I already know the ending. Ugh.
His writing's a little dense. It gets a lot more interesting.
I'll have to believe you, because it's rough.
I just finished the second book last week, and I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was gonna. I had only heard bad things about it, but it was good. It's a good time.
I'm glad you liked it so much.
I really liked it. Like, I liked it perhaps more than the first one. Yeah. I mean, like 10% done with the third one now, and it's weird too.
Are you gonna read all 5 or however many there are?
There is technically 7. Frank Herbert only wrote 6.
Oh.
Actually, there's technically like 36.
Oh my god, what?
Yeah, because his son Brian Herbert just kept pumping him out.
Oof.
Yeah.
He pumps out too many.
Yeah, I think that's the general consensus.
Ooh. I thought, because you told me that before, I thought he made a couple books. Not it. Oof. That's really yikesy.
Yeah, so we'll see. I will definitely read. I think my plan right now is to read up until God Emperor of Dune, which is the 4th book in the series, and then I might take a little break.
Yeah.
Read a few other things. I really wanna read a handful of other books. I really wanna read the 5th book of Stormlight this year.
Oh yeah, I have to get on Stormlight too.
Yeah. But I think that's it for this podcast. Hopefully it was entertaining.
I had a blast.
I had a blast as well. And we'll see what we watch this week. We'll see what we have to talk about next weekend.
Yeah.
Alright, for now, do you wanna shout out your TikTok one more time?
I think one's enough.
One's enough?
One's enough.
Alright, well, my Twitter is 2_NW_passage, because I don't know a single thing about marketing, I guess. Yeah, I hope you guys have a good time. Thank you for listening.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.